Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Wednesday, January 2nd. Hope you're holding strong. I have some positive news for you guys. Definitely some good stuff here, so please stay towards the end of the video. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, thumbs up. Thank you for your support, and let's jump into the news here. So, as you guys know, Representative, or I should say Congressman Warren Davidson of Ohio and Congressman Darren Soto of Florida. Warren Davidson is a Republican, Darren Soto is a Democrat. And if you guys recall, we covered the TokenTaxonomyAct, or bill, I should say, which was introduced by these two gentlemen. And of course, it has bipartisan support. As I mentioned, they're from different political parties. Well, Warren Davidson tweeted about the TokenTaxonomyAct today, and he said blockchain tokenized assets will change capital formation, increase access to capital, and improve efficiency by disrupting intermediaries. Will America lead, or will be led by others? Innovators are moving offshore while bad actors exploit. We need to pass the TokenTaxonomyAct. This is why I asked you guys to retweet that tweet I did the other day that was to Donald Trump. I included Warren Davidson on it, Darren Soto as well. And it's to get the attention, because these guys are pushing it, and we really need to get the attention of everyone that we can in Congress, in the political realm, because this is holding up the market in the U.S. And we know the U.S., if this bill gets passed, it's going to open the floodgates, guys, because we already see all the major launches that are coming up. But we also see the delays, right? Bakkt keeps getting pushed back because they're waiting on the CFTC. It's not their fault. We're still waiting for a Bitcoin ETF from the SEC. Ripple's XRP, many of the banks cannot go live in certain corridors where it involves the U.S. because they need to have regulatory clarity. No one wants to, these banks don't want to position themselves for where they're going to have risk involved, right? So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because this shows you that people in government, people on Wall Street, big money, institutional investors see what's coming. They see the potential here that this is a disruptive technology. Crypto is a new asset class, and it's going to move us into the token economy. As I've talked to you guys about before, I did a video on the token economy about STOs, security token offerings, asset-backed tokens. Everything will be tokenized. Stocks, real estate, everything will be tokenized. So that is the future, guys. And we have to be patient, but it's good to see, these guys, Warren Davidson, Darren Soto are making the moves, and hopefully we can get more folks on board. Hopefully the president, Donald Trump, and once again, this is not about politics. This is just about what the government can do here with crypto and blockchain. And I'm hoping, like Donald Trump or anybody, this is maybe high priority. I know there's other things going on, obviously, but with the economy slowing down, with the stock market correcting, this would be a great opportunity for the U.S. So I wanted to share this with you guys and let you know, this is being worked on, and we really have to be patient. I think a lot of things are being held up by the government, guys, because of a lack of regulatory clarity. Now, on the note of regulatory clarity and governments, guys, New York has become the first state to create a crypto task force. This is significant. New York, as you may have heard, many of you who, I don't know, follow the news, or you live in New York, or you're around New York is looking to become a tech hub. We know Google is here already, and they announced that they're going to be expanding, like building another building, really big. Amazon is going to be moving here, and we have other tech companies as well. Well, Governor Andrew Cuomo signed a bill last month, so December, to establish a digital currency task force for the state of New York, according to a statement from the Assembly member Clyde Vandal. Vandal made, looks like they got his name incorrect here. Is it Vandal? I think there's a typo here. Vandal added that the New York leads the country in finance, Wall Street, right? We also lead in proper fintech regulation. The task force for experts will help us strike the balance between having a robust blockchain industry and cryptocurrency economic environment while at the same time protecting New York investors and consumers. Guys, look at what's happening here. In Congress, we have a bill going out to regulate the market, provide regulatory clarity, protect consumers. In local governments here, they're forming their own task force around crypto. On the corporate and Wall Street side, you got your Fidelities and TD Ameritrades and ICE and BACT and all that getting involved. The writing is on the wall. So I hope you see this. I'm presenting facts to you. I'm not making this up. This is what you as an investor, and of course, this is not financial or investment advice, but you as an investor, whether you're investing in stocks, real estate, crypto, whatever, you need to know the facts. You need to know what's happening around that investment, what's going on as far as regulations, what could affect that investment. And these things are, like I've been saying, laying the foundation, laying the infrastructure for growth. It can take longer than we like. Like I was personally thinking we might see a bull run by the end of the year. That didn't work out. And of course, we were, when I made those comments about, hey, I think this is going to happen, we were basing it on facts of, okay, BACT is going to launch in November. And at the, we may hear some big news around major players, which could potentially, once again, keyword potentially, because no one can predict the future. And we did hear big players, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade. We heard about Yale and Harvard and all these people investing in crypto, but that didn't move the market. And that's how it is. The market it's going through its bear mode and correction and the psychology of it, right? You guys have seen the Wall Street psychology chart. It's playing out where capitulation and anger, people are angry. Oh, the end of the year, no bull run. I'm seeing the comments. And I see that, right? And I'm like, okay, I think we're in the anger mode because I see the anger coming from the tweets and the YouTube comments. And that's an indication. So people don't really realize that they are playing out the emotions because they don't grasp market cycles. They don't grasp that no one can accurately predict the future, but we go off of the facts that we have at the time and we make an educated guess. So this is very big for New York, guys. The task force will be made up of 9 members, including technologists, consumers, enterprises, and investors. According to the bill, it will provide the governor and the legislature with information on the effects of widespread use of cryptocurrencies and other forms of digital currencies and their ancillary, I can't say that word right now. Anyway, systems in the state. The task force first task is to submit a report on or before December 15, 2020, including but not limited to the following information: a review of the blockchain industries in New York, the number of cryptocurrencies being traded and their market share, interesting, the number of crypto exchanges operating in New York State and their average monthly trading volume, the types of investment firms and that are large investors of cryptocurrencies, the energy consumption of crypto mining operations, the potential market manipulation and other illegal activities in the crypto industry, legislative and regulatory recommendations. So obviously they're going to do their homework. They're going to study this. They're going to follow it. They're going to, but the goal is to obviously provide a pathway to cultivate growth, right? That's why I keep saying hold, guys. The future is bright. Things, for example, BACT being pushed back because of the CFTC. It sometimes doesn't go to plan, but the fact is these people are ready. We have the facts. We have the news that they are ready to launch. They have raised money like near 180, I think over $180 million back, that is. So the governments are doing their thing, the corporations, the Wall Street players, and it's all coming together here. So big news. Also, CoinDesk did a bit more of on this topic, a bit more in-depth research here. Something they did mention is that hints at a BitLicense update. Now, many of you may remember BitLicense is you have to have a BitLicense in New York to have a crypto exchange or anything blockchain crypto related. That is why some of you may have asked, well, why isn't this exchange available in New York? Like Uphold. I've seen that question. It's because New York has a strict law of bit license. So if they were to relax on the bit license, it would allow more of these, companies to easy come and set up in New York. I honestly think the bit license thing, you know what that is? That's probably something from Wall Street where, they want to keep a hold on, the traditional markets. And that's why it was introduced to keep out a lot of these other competing investments. But with Wall Street getting in, I think this is going to become more laxed because Wall Street's going to offer their own services, guys. So this is very positive news. And New York, as you know, is one of the states where, other states follow their example, right? New York is very successful. Like I said, a lot of companies, Wall Street. So a lot of businesses are here. I personally work in New York. So I'm familiar with the area. We also know Ripple has an office in New York. They bought like the old Goldman Sachs building or something like that. So a lot of companies are coming to New York, and this is a very big move on their part and very smart. So moving ahead here, Mike Novogratz, billionaire, former Wall Street guy, now all in on crypto. He has increased his stake in Galaxy Digital. And now, like a Bloomberg's headline, in the wake of a meltdown. You mean a market correction? The stock market is actually melting down right now. But, they do these headlines to get clicks and people to play your emotions. So Mike owns about 80% of the shares in the firm he founded. And of course, everybody's index, everybody's portfolio went down, even the big players, right? But Mike is one of those guys. He's a visionary. He looks at things long term. So they said here, Mike Novogratz is putting more of his money where his mouth is when it comes to cryptocurrency. The founder and chief executive officer of Galaxy Digital Holdings Ltd. acquired 7.5 million ordinary shares of the TSX Venture Exchange registered company for $5.5 million, representing about 2.7% of issued and outstanding ordinary shares, according to the statement. So he controls up almost 80% of the stock. So I got to respect that. And look where Galaxy Digital is headquartered, in New York. It says it right here. Galaxy Digital headquartered in New York. So this is a big move by him. I like that. I like to see people who are believers are not just, blowing hot air, right? He's all about business and he's going to do his thing. And this guy doesn't want to lose money. These guys, he's a wealthy guy. He doesn't want to lose money, but he knows what's coming. We all see, like I said, the governments are on board. The big players are getting in, and with the market going down, even if you're a stock brokerage, right? With the stock market going down, you're going to lose money too. If you're a real estate holding group or whatever, real estate holding group, if the housing market goes down, you lose money too. This is just part of for the course, where if you're in any type of markets move in cycles. You have run-ups, you have pullbacks, right? So he's doing it at a time when it's down. So I got to respect that. Now, he also tweeted something which I thought was cool. He said, "This is clever," and shout out to the guy who tweeted this, Ben TRX. And this is something I've been talking about to you guys for a long time, right? If you've been a subscriber of this channel, where I say we've seen incremental growth year over year in the crypto market, even with the run-ups and corrections, higher highs and higher lows. So new support levels formed every year, incremental growth year over year. And here, he posted the lows of the yearly lows of Bitcoin from since 2012 to this year, and till last year. We're in 2019 now. Well, this year's low, or I should say, last year's low was 3,200. But if you go back to 2017, the low was 780, and then 2016 365, 2015 185, 265. Incremental growth year over year, and this is what a lot of the common investors miss. They don't go into the granular details, and that's why you have to look at the charts. I always recommend having perspective, right? Look back at the charts, look where we came from, and look where we are now, and that's important. That'll give you perspective, and also help give you the confidence to keep holding and to understand that you need to have patience in this market. Now, if you bought at 200 or 185, whatever it is, right? I mean, you're still up significantly. But I know a lot of people probably bought, from 2017 and even to that bull run where they probably bought at, the 19,000 or even over 10,000, right? And that's, of course, I know it's hard for some people to grasp that, especially many have not done investments before they got into the crypto market. But once you understand these market cycles, once you understand these principles, and you look at data like this and information, and it's like, okay, that makes sense. This logical run up, and excuse me, the logic is that you have markets have run ups and then they correct. Now the crypto market, things move a lot faster. I mean, just look at last December and January, right? So very good information here as far as perspective, guys. This is certain, and you could do this for XRP, you could do this for Ethereum, you could do this for Litecoin. You will see incremental growth. Now, there was an article published on the Wall Street Journal, and this is great. The reason why I'm sharing this with you guys, it's not that I want to read through this whole article, but it's just the fact of the placement of the article, right? And the eyes. Think about the people who read this, the eyes that are looking upon this, right? The demographic. This is not a crypto site, right? Like the Block Crypto is a specifically crypto news site. Wall Street Journal, this is not a specific, it talks about, U.S. politics, world economy, business, markets, all that. And the fact that under markets, it talks about crypto, and it's actually a positive type of article. It says crypto's 2019 goal, technology people can use. He said after Bitcoin 70% slumps 70% in 2018, the digital currencies fans look for a rebound. Well, he goes into, and obviously I can't read the whole thing here because you have to pay, but essentially, what have we been talking about? Utility. We need to move to the utility phase to start seeing also for us to actually see a bull run. And I think utility is going to kick in a lot this year. But also the regulatory clarity is holding up a lot of the utilities. So there's a lot of things here. There's some dominoes that need to fall first, right? But like I said in my video, I think it was yesterday, where if you have we have news of, okay, Fidelity is getting in the market and TD Ameritrade. Great. We have the news they're getting it, but we need the actual launches. And I think that's what's going to move things when the actual launches take place. But then it goes back, like I said, to regulatory clarity where, look at Bakkt. Bakkt should have launched already in November, but the government has been slow. So that's what this article is about. So the reason why, like I said, I'm telling you guys is the positioning of this article and where it's at, the Wall Street Journal. So this is great exposure, and it's not something necessarily negative here. So I'm all for it. Now, Hester Peirce of the SEC, Coinbase, they did an article here talking about her. She's known as the crypto mom, or blockchain mom. But as you guys know, she's been very bullish, even calling out the rest of her SEC co-workers, where she's definitely on board with crypto. And once again, I'm not going to read through all this, but I'm just letting you know that things that are happening, they're significant. Once again, this person is a commissioner on there's 5 commissioners at the SEC, and she's one of them. And she said, it's time for a change. And the article goes to say, unexpected words from a regulator. But then again, Hester Peirce, one of the 5 commissioners at the U.S. SEC, isn't an average regulator. When she speaks of disruptive role of cryptocurrencies, her words could pass for those of any aspiring blockchain disruptor. So she's bullish on it. She understands the technology that's here. And just like, Congressman Warren Davidson, she gets it that we can't get left behind, the U.S. that is. There's a big opportunity here. This is the next tech boom, and Congress and all these other people are dragging their feet. So obviously it's 1 against 4 because Jay Clayton, even though he was at the Consensus Invest, CoinDesk's Consensus Invest, he was on the stage being asked questions. He personally said he's not going to change anything. They don't want to change any laws. So that's why this TokenTaxonomyAct is so important. It will force them, because this will become law. SEC, CFTC has to update their rules and regulations. And the TokenTaxonomyAct calls for adding new rules, not using 70-year-old securities laws, but rather new rules for digital assets, because there's nothing else. Digital asset is not a stock where you get dividends and you own part of a company. It's a utility. Majority of the time, it's a utility token. So that's something that needs to be updated, guys. So this is what's holding us up, but still, there's progress being made. Like I said, just like an example in New York. Also, this article did mention here, I actually forgot, that California is looking to form their own as well. It says here, on a state level, California is likewise forming a blockchain working group tasked with studying how the state might utilize blockchain technology. So when big states like this, do these type of activities, then we can expect that, it's going to set a new standard and others will follow through. Follow an example, I should say. MetalPay, blockchain-based payments and rewards. It says enter a new era of money and crypto, part of the Metal family. So it says here version 1.5.0 MetalPay is here, featuring the ability to buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Binance token there, basic attention token, and many more. So it says here all to and from your FDIC insured USD balance. That's pretty good. That they're FDIC insured. That's what banks are. So guys, continued adoption of crypto. So keep hold strong. Like I said, I'm sharing the facts here with you. I'm not making anything up. But I hope you see the moving parts here and the pieces that are being positioned in a puzzle. Government, Wall Street, big money institutions, right? Local governments as well, getting their stuff together. And let's hope Congress, this government shutdown ends here in the United States. There's some movements with this TokenTaxonomyAct, guys. And I think if that passes, I think that could spark a bull run. But once again, I'm going to put it out there because some people just don't I don't know why they can't grasp this. I could be wrong. I'm just making an educated guess. You think about it, if, regulations like that, clarity, it's going to give the green light to many different companies and projects. So I think if that passes, that's going to be big news. I mean, that's going to be in Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg, New York Times, all that, right? All the crypto blogs, all the fintech blogs. It's going to be big. You might see it on CNBC. It's going to be big. So I think that could certainly spark a bull run. But like I said, I could be wrong. I'm just making an educated guess. Now, finally, Bitcoin Ben. Many of you may have heard of Bitcoin Ben. He, along with the Wild West Crypto Show, are hosting a meetup on April 6th in Texas. I'm thinking of attending this, but I have to figure out a few work things and personal and schedule things. So I'll let you guys know if I'm going. It's all profits will be going to charity, so it's not like a money making thing. But I think CKJ Crypto will be there too. He's part of the XRP community. I'm not sure who else, but I think they just announced it today, and I will try to attend it. So as we get closer, I'll let you guys know. So if any of you are going there, we'll love to meet up with you guys. We grab a drink or something. I met some of you at World CryptoCon, so that was cool. So I'll let you guys know, but this is happening. So if you live in Texas or nearby, or you just want to go hang out, it's basically from one day, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. So obviously I will have to fly in. So I'll let you guys know, but just want to let you know that's happening. So what do you guys think about this news? We're seeing the push from the U.S. government here, folks in the U.S. government, to Congress to get this passed. Local governments are making moves as well. And we have, the big Wall Street guys like Mike Novogratz continuing to double down. Also, perspective, looking at the prices year over year, incremental growth, higher highs, higher lows, new support levels. And it's all there. The data is all there. The charts are all there, guys. You can go look at it for yourself. And of course, crypto this year is looking good for crypto. And let's hope this year there's more move towards utility. And I believe Ripple is leading the charge on that because of its utility on a massive scale with XRapid. And then now you have R3's Corda Settler which will be leveraging XRP too. So big things ahead. I'm excited. I'm more confident than I've ever been. And I hope you guys, like I said, I know I'm repeating myself, and some folks may be like, why do you keep saying that? Because I see the comments. People, I don't know, sometimes they only take away like, oh, you said bull run now. But they take me into full context. What did I say? I could be wrong. I can't predict the future. We're just making educated guesses. So I hope you understand that, right? I just don't want people to be like, oh yeah, bull run's coming next because Tony said so. No, I'm having kind of a conversation here with you where I'm just thinking out loud, like, hey, it could potentially happen at this time because of this important fact. That's all I'm saying. But it could potentially not happen, right? But what we know for sure, it's here to stay. And that's where we do have to be patient. So, guys, what do you think about this news? I want to hear your thoughts and comments. Like I said, I read the comments. Also, I'm going to be looking to do a AMA, Ask Me Anything. Try to set up some time so I can answer your questions. Obviously, like I said, guys, in the past, this is not my day job. I have a regular job, so I have to make sure I make time, and I may do a live stream, or I may have like a form where you guys can submit your questions and then I answer them, in a video. I'll let you know, trying to plan it out, get some time, going. So once again, thank you guys for your support. Thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Share my channel with your friends and family on social media as well. Let's help spread the facts about crypto, no over speculating, and take a logical approach to crypto, no cultism or religious, ideologies here. So hope you guys understand my approach here. And like I said, thank you for your support, and I'll talk to you all later.